other big breaking news story, U.S. Senator Bob Menendez, the senior senator from New Jersey, today, this afternoon, submitting his resignation to the U.S. Senate effective late next month. Menendez awaiting what could be stiff sentencing in October after his federal bribery conviction last week, had been facing the possibility of being expelled from the Senate. So what happens next? And who will be appointed by Governor Murphy to fill Menendez's seat till January? Lots to unpack here. New Jersey reporter Anthony Johnson live in Inglewood Heights, where the senator lives. AJ.
Yeah, Bill, Senator Menendez began his political career when he was 20 years old. He was elected at that time to the Union City School Board, and then he went on to serve in the Assembly here in the Senate and the state of New Jersey, and then on to Congress as a member of Congress, and then the U.S. Senate. Now it looks like his long career is over.
I understand that the chair has an announcement to make.
The end of Senator Menendez's political career became public on the floor of the U.S. Senate.
A communication regarding the resignation of Senator Menendez. Without objection, the letter will be printed in the record and spread upon the journal.
Senator Menendez was convicted on corruption charges last week. He wrote a letter to Governor Phil Murphy stating the senator was stepping down. It reads in part, "I do not want the Senate to be involved in a lengthy process that will detract from its important work." But the senator is not going down quietly, saying, "I fully intend to appeal the jury's verdict all the way and including to the Supreme Court." Senator Menendez will stay in office until August 20th because he wants to give time for my staff to transition to other possibilities, transfer constituent files that are pending, allow for an orderly process to choose an interim replacement, and for me to close out my Senate affairs. Many have called for the senator's resignation after he was indicted on federal corruption charges after cash and gold bars were found in his home. His wife also received a new car. Governor Murphy was one who called for the senator to step down. Now that it's official, the governor will appoint an interim senator. The governor issued a statement saying, "I will exercise my duty to make a temporary appointment to the United States Senate to ensure the people of New Jersey have the representation they deserve." But two former Republican governors are urging Governor Murphy not to appoint Congressman Andy Kim, who is the Democratic candidate for the Senate seat. They say the voters should decide in November. Congressman Kim says in a statement, "It's time for New Jersey to move forward. We have big challenges ahead of us and can only tackle them if we show the people of our state that this is the beginning of a new era of politics built on integrity, service, and delivering for all families." Now, the First Lady of New Jersey, Tammy Murphy, has also issued a statement saying she would not accept that interim role in the Senate. So the governor will have to make a choice. Others believe that Taisha Way, the lieutenant governor of the state of New Jersey, may be Governor Murphy's next choice. That is the latest live from Inglewood Cliffs, New Jersey. Anthony Johnson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, AJ.